Do homeschooled kids miss out on being socialized? That is a really common question. And it seems like no matter how mainstream and expansive homeschooling becomes, there's still people that worry so much about that. And that's just like their first question is, what about socialization? I think it's very common for homeschool parents to immediately poo-poo this question and give it no credence whatsoever. I have a little bit of a different take for you. First of all, I feel like it's maybe split into two as to what people are really asking when they ask about socialization. One side being, what about friends and social opportunities for homeschool kids? And two, do these kids know how to function normally in society? So I want to do two parts and address each of these things. When you choose to homeschool your child, you now have an awful lot of say-so in how their life unfolds and what opportunities they have. And so, yes, it matters if your kids know how to function in society and if they have friends. For most families, they'll find that there's a ton of stuff in their community with other homeschoolers or just in the community in general that provide friends and social outlets. For instance, I live in a fairly rural part of Kentucky, and yet we have all sorts of sports, travel sports, real sports for our homeschooled kids. We have spelling bees, science fairs, musicals, graduations, prom, chess club, community service projects, all sorts of things like that. We've had more opportunities socially for our kids than we could have possibly taken advantage of. But I will tell you that years ago, when my daughter was around 14, there really wasn't anything in our area for kids her age that were homeschooled, and she was intensely lonely and really struggling. And our family unit alone was not enough for her. And because of that and some academic desires that she had, she chose to go into public school, and that was a better fit for her at the time. It matters if your kids are lonely. It matters that your kids have connections outside of the family unit. Yeah, family's super important, and I'm so glad that my kids have each other as lifelong friends, hopefully, but it matters that they have friends, whether they're friends when they're kindergartners or, friends for life. It doesn't matter. Their development and their social opportunities should be a priority. And that's something that you're going to have to be watchful of as a homeschool parent, that you make sure you have time to let your kids have that and to foster those relationships, as well as keeping friendships with their public school friends.